Much like how I created this document on September 7th and haven't written a word until 59 days later, how I missed the 1-year anniversary mark in September of last year's video, Ezra Miller has not been seen on screens in 2.5 years. But drumroll, the drought has come to an end, and my speakings could not come at a better time. You see, you may not have heard that Ezra Miller is starring and co-writing in a vampire movie. And who is the co? Lynne Ramsay. This is all fitting because her movie Die My Love is out right now, starring Jennifer Lawrence and Robert Pattinson. So there's sort of an entry point right now for newcomers, such as myself. I want to go see it. I might this upcoming week. But most importantly, Lynne directed Ezra in We Need to Talk About Kevin, sitting at an average 75.6% across 5 ratings. So it's like, good shit, you know? Let's go back to May of this past year when Cannes was held, and Lynne Ramsay drops the first of this vampire movie in an interview with the LA Times, discussing Die My Love. I know that you like mashing up genres. Do you still want to make a horror film like you've said in the past? I'm making a vampire movie. Really? Yeah, I can't tell you much. It's with Ezra Miller, who was in Kevin. He's the main character. That's in development. Okay, that was May 20th. Let's skip forward a month to June 19th.
Where do you currently stand in your relationship with the cinema now?
Tentative. I'd say on tentative grounds. I'm working with her again. That will likely be the first thing I do, is a film that her and I are writing together.
So it turns out Lynne Ramsay has a track record of having decent gaps between her releases, which was even joked about in her interview, but it seems that won't be the pattern here. Ezra also reflected a bit on the harsh times of the past.
When we go through those crucibles, if we can survive, which was up in the air for me if I'm being real, we then have that capacity to see other people in their crucibles. I really believe in digging past that and being a friend to people. And the people who did that for me they have my lifelong devotion, you know? And also I'm grateful for the revelations of who was not that. Not that I don't hold a lot of remorse and lamentation for a lot of things that I did and for a lot of things that happened in that time. But I'm really, really grateful for the lessons that came with that abyss.
I usually refer to the man as they, but Lynne said he, so I'll switch it up a bit. We have this short video of him speed walking down the red carpet in Cannes, which had me chuckling when I watched it back after months. Look, this video isn't meant to be revolutionary. We're coming up on 5 months since that interview with him and 6 months on the interview with Lynne Ramsay. There hasn't been anything important to note that I know of. I'm interrupting this program because 3 days ago on November 5th, as you can see right, we got another interviewing Lynne Ramsay about Die My Love, and at the end, it is stated there's also a vampire movie she's writing with Ezra Miller, and she says he's a really intelligent guy. It's in the early stages. Well, not that early stages. Nor do I think I could cook up another awesome research summarization project like I did last year. And I haven't been creative lately.
I'm in a stump.
But in case you do want a small catch up on Miller's life, do you remember the band 100 in the Hand? The band with Takata Iron Eyes? The girl Ezra allegedly groomed, and with Jay Waisley from Ghost Adventures? Don't think Jay is part of it anymore? They played what seems to be their last show on April 10th, same day Ezra last appeared on their page. The band's last post at the moment is from back in June as well, so on the musical front, things are quiet. And the other elephant in the room, the beauty boutique brand, what was it that I called it?
What did I call it? Oh, a fashion brand. I thought I said something witty.
Ezra has consistently, sporadically appeared on the Instagram page, especially the last month and a half. This creative front is thriving and there seems to be no slowing down. I mean, look at the latest post. Are you looking? I will say from this to this, man is stylish. Man is stylish. I guess I'll toss in a few more fillers just to extend the runtime, but Ezra's been mostly spotted in Italy and New York. Italy was where the interview happened. There was the Filming Italy Sardinia Festival, and then this happened in New York.
What's the craziest thing you've done for money?
Shit, being in the acting industry. Hollywood.
Okay, what's the worst dog breed?
That's so mean. I guess like a Pomeranian. Respect to Pomeranians too. Shout out Happy News Network.
Last bit of gossip I'll throw in is I think this man is dating. So as you can see, the Miller is living their life, and with Cannes and filming Italy and even last year's New York Fashion Week, the public appearances are growing. Oh, I just booped the mic. Something has come up. The funny thing with these update videos is that as you make them, there may be news that comes up. We had that Dazed article from November 5th, and just very recently, well, in order to talk about this, we must talk about this photo. I showed it earlier when I said, remember the band, 100 in the hand, and I laughed. Hit the replay.
Do you remember the band, 100 in the hand?
So, as I mentioned before, 100 in the hand had their last show back in April. It was in Brooklyn, New York. What I left out was this person on the left, this lady, is named Julianna Brown Eyes. They welcomed her into the band. I don't know if 𝙍𝙀𝙁𝙀𝙁𝙀𝙁 there anymore. Looks like no, so they have a new member. And the reason I'm bringing this lore drop to you boys and girls is that, well, this is an Ezra Miller video. And it turns out that Ezra has helped Julianna with a short film. I'll show you in a second, but it turns out Julianna is a film student at NYU, and Ezra freaking participated in a short film that she's creating. This guy is doing whatever, helping wherever. And the crazy lore drop here is that, well, it says it in the description, Ezra helping Julianna on her Waddscape wisdom film honoring the Lakota in South Dakota on the Pine Ridge Reservation. And if you don't know anything about this man, Takata Iron Eyes is part of the Lakota. Ezra's history with Native Americans mostly comes from the Lakota people. In the past, they have done him extremely dirty, but Ezra Miller has still come back to help their friend out with this short film. How did I say this earlier? 𝙎𝙀𝙁𝙀𝙁𝙀𝙁. Now, one side thing I'll mention is that Julianna is hosting a GoFundMe to finish paying for the short film. I believe it's filmed already. Yeah, see, to reimburse and care for everyone that worked on this. She's raising $28.60, and the page is right here, and already 62% of that goal has been raised. I didn't plug in my microphone. If we go back to the Instagram page, you can see that right there in the cowboy hat is Ezra Miller. If you want to donate $1, the link is in the description. And we'll get back to the video after a quick word from our sponsor. And if you're watching this on mobile, it would be amazing if you hit that hype button. It's only available for the first 7 days after uploading, and not everyone has that button for some reason. You can do it 3 times a week. So yeah, it'd be awesome if you supported. And that's not even the most important thing here. I haven't even touched upon it, and what it is the truth. Ezra Miller had grooming charges dropped. A temporary harassment order was lifted because the order did not show face. And I'll steal from last year because it was perfectly said. Nothing insane ever happened except trespassing, wherein the person was told Ezra would be stepping into their home. This is the Vermont burglary incident, and disorderly conduct where Miller accepted the punishment by pleading no contest against an illegal immigrant with an arrest warrant whomst threatened them. This was the Hawaiian bar situation. The way you can just categorize these things: Vermont burglary, Hawaiian bar. Making a video in 2023 and 24, I felt like I had something to live up to. I called last year's video a freaking documentary, and creating an event out of my year 3 video partly led to the 2-month delay. I mean, this should have released in September. I don't know what's to come of Ezra updates in the future, but taking the pressure off creating a documentary episode will help me talk about news much more quicker and on the spot. Can you tell it's been 6 days later? I've been through so many transformations in this video. But the one thing I always think about when it comes to these update videos, and over the past 2 to 3 months, thinking about even conceiving or what should I talk about, is it even relevant, is always an insecurity of mine, because it's been over 2 years already. The information's out there. Do I still need to expand on this situation? And then I came across something on the internet. Let's come walk with me for a moment, will ya? The Filming Italy 𝙈𝙀𝙁 Festival, without any context, is it this photo? Yeah, I had never name dropped the Filming Italy 𝙈𝙀𝙁 Festival prior to this moment, so I needed to add a photo. So It just makes sense. What is the festival? That's just a random name drop, no context, no images, no nothing. So in that moment, I had to find a photo of Ezra at the festival. This is the outfit that I chose, but there are a bunch of photos here, as you can see, blah, blah, blah. Is that the interview one? Yes, that's the interview one. But if we go back to the all section of Google and we go to Reddit right here, Ezra Miller is seemingly getting a redemption arc sad face. This post has been extremely downvoted. 0 did not stand a chance. And if we check out the comments, no one is ever held accountable in Hollywood. Too many in Hollywood have their heads in the sand, don't fucking care, blah, blah, blah. You can't just put a watermelon clip in your hair and call it a redemption. You need to get sober, apologize, and change. Yes, burn him, bestie. What remorse has Ezra Miller ever shown to garner a redemption arc? They displayed no remorse in their Italian interview. Go away. Didn't this individual like kidnap a teen or something? I hate that so much. Didn't blank do blank?
Didn't blank do? Well, didn't he breathe already?
I find it extremely gross to exploit solidarity for the Palestinians. Yes, that's a no for me. Well, aside from being a bad person, they also basically, as you can see, it has been 2.5 years and people are still doofuses. So that tells me that yes, these videos need to be created. The message still needs to be spread, reiterated, brought back to light. Because as long as people are saying idiotic things like they don't deserve a redemption arc, there is still a fight to be won. But alas, it is not all pointless. From this Reddit post talking about Chase Iron Eyes dropping the grooming charges for his daughter Takada, you've got comments like, Ezra obviously has issues, but I never understand why people just believe this stuff to be 100% without proof. I think if people hate someone enough, they instinctively want them to be the monster they're accused of being. Luckily, Miller was admitted to a facility to help them out, so I hope that ultimately they'll be okay after all. Ezra is a mountain of issues, but I always give the benefit of the doubt. If you did any research outside of Reddit posts and clickbait, you start to see the cracks in the narrative pretty clearly. Oh surprise, false accusations. I freaking hate people who blindly accept shit spread online or in the media. Did Ezra have a mental health breakdown and some drug abuse? Yes! Did he deserve to get straight up blackballed? No. And so, I end my point to you all. This is the last cut. It is November 14th. The video should be out today. Okay, back to me 6 days ago. And whenever their vampire movie comes out, I think I'm gonna want to make a huge recap video covering everything from the controversies to everything in between, from the Flash hiatus to the next cinematic release, for a whole definitive Miller saga. Yes, that'll be my goal. I definitely won't close the book on Ezra videos, but the timeline from the Flash to the vampire movie is definitely going to be a playlist. That's it for me. Love what you like. Protect your energy. Like, subscribe, comment, and hype the video. And go watch We Need to Talk About Kevin.